Happy 4th of July. What's going on, team? It's Ricky with Technical Solutions here with a super quick stock market update of what you need to know for this upcoming week, especially with the Federal Reserve meeting on Wednesday. So let's go ahead and just jump right into this. I'm going to start sharing my screen so you guys can see exactly what it is that I'm looking at. I do want to remind you that, again, if you have any questions about what we talk about today, the first link in the description is our free trading group chat. And I hope that you know that you can always send me a direct message and I'm there to assist you along the way. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. One of the things that I quickly wanted to update you guys on is, first off, when the NASDAQ futures opened on Sunday, they were down a little bit in the red, right? So this is about 0.5% is what the NASDAQ was down. This would correlate on over to about 1.5% for TQQQ. So definitely it looks like we might be having a red start to the week. I just want you guys to be aware of it. When looking at the overall schedule for this upcoming week, it's something that I personally like to do for everyone that follows and subscribes to my YouTube channel, is I like to stay up to date with all these Federal Reserve meetings, right? If Jerome Powell is speaking, what's going on, what is going to be said, and how does the market react? So on Wednesday, July 6th, so in 2 days, we have FOMC minutes meeting. So like you guys know, I always ask you, and I hope it's not too much for me to ask you, I would love to live stream this. I just need enough people to show up for me to want to live stream it, right? So if this video gets over 1,000 likes, I would be more than happy to live stream the hour-long FOMC meeting. We can break down how the market is reacting. And it should be an overall fun experience. We've done this in the past before, and it seems like a lot of you guys do enjoy it. So again, if it's not too much to ask, I hope that I earn your thumbs up. Other than that, I looked at the overall economic calendar provided by FinViz, and I don't see anything too significant unless you're really, niched down on, oil-based inventory reports and stuff like that. I know as of last week, it was delayed. So not sure if that's good news or bad news for oil or any of those natural gas commodities and ETFs. But I think it should be an interesting week. And again, that is going to be released on Thursday. So I just want to make sure that you guys are aware of this. One of the other things that I did want to make you guys aware of is that TQQQ, and this is one of the first times, we got rejected off of the EMA line. This is the first time since getting rejected by the EMA line that we actually do not make lower lows, which again, that's progress. It's not that the market's going to recover anytime soon, but I like to look for little signs of like that. Hey, are things still as bad as they were, or are things like kind of slowing down in how bad things were getting, right? And we could see that based off of the last pullback that we experienced. It was at 21.32. We hit highs, if I'm not mistaken, of almost $29. We talked about that. We prepared for it, especially if you're part of my Learn Plan Profit group. We prepared for the market to pull on back as it's been getting rejected by this moving EMA line, right? Ever since the beginning of January. And then once it did get rejected, I was expecting for new lows because every other time it got rejected, it made new lows, right? New lows. This time, it did not. It looks like we're showing signs of a support, and it's still in the very early signs of a potential reversal, but I think this is going to be quite interesting because if we do find a support here and we retest that EMA line, that would actually be a pretty good sign of not being as bad as we were before for the overall market. So it could be, or at least indicate, that the market is beginning to actually find a bottom, which would be progress. And I think it's something that we're all kind of like looking for. It's that light at the end of the tunnel. The last thing that I do want to make you guys aware of is under the airline sector. I know everyone is not into airlines, and again, I would not recommend it, especially if you're an absolute beginner. I personally like swing trading. Now, I do agree swing trading when the overall direction is in your favor is much easier. So this one, overall getting rejected by the moving average, it's not super easy because the overall direction is against you. But with that being said, American Airlines and a lot of these other airline stocks have a very consistent pattern of selling off and then quickly recovering and getting rejected by the moving average. The reason I'm talking about it is because it just recently sold off. It hit lows of 11.93 and now it's beginning to show signs of a support. Now, this doesn't mean that it has to recover right away, but if it were to recover for a short-term swing trade from where we're at right now to previous highs, it's about 34% ROI. The thing that I like about this is I never go in too aggressive when I swing trade American Airlines, but I do like to buy the dip. So again, I normally trade with about $100,000. With American Airlines, I'll probably go into it with $10,000. But why would I do that? I think position size is a great way to be able to control your emotions even at the worst case scenario. So although I do see potential in making a couple of bucks on American Airlines if it recovers, I know that it comes at a different layer of form of risk because the overall direction is against me. So again, the way that I try to mitigate or manage that risk is by controlling how much money I put into that trade. So just a little tip that I wanted to share with you guys. So I'm very excited for our live trading session. I'm sure that you guys are enjoying this amazing 3-day weekend. I don't know if it's just me, but I look forward to Mondays ever since I began to trade, and these 3-day weekends are kind of like, bittersweet, right? Of course, we like an extra day off, but on top of that, I just feel a little bit less productive when I don't trade on Monday morning. So I'm very excited for our live trading session tomorrow. Again, friendly reminder, we are running our biggest sale for the 4th of July, and it's $150 off. Now, if you like the way that we structure our videos on YouTube and you like the way that I break things down, I have the same teaching style in Learn Plan Profit 2.0. So you get access to the A to Z video lesson library. You get to watch me trade live every day. You get access to our private group chat, and you get access to our TechBuds HQ. It's all inclusive. It's a one-time payment. It's lifetime access. And today it's $150 off. So if you're ready to join our team and watch me trade live as soon as tomorrow, that's going to be that second link down below for $150 off. And yes, that is the biggest discount that we will offer. With that being said, again, if you have any questions about this, first link, feel free to send me a message via our group chat, and or feel free to send me a message via Instagram, and that's also linked down below. I appreciate you guys' time. Happy 4th, and like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy, team.